Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy Black OG. Or as my channel says, Crimson Build. Now, I've had a I've had a lot of articles sent to me. Uh and I saw a really good one that was eye catching. But it's very informative and it's also written by a female. But let's just get straight into it. And shout out to the man who sent this article. You know who the hell you are already. Eager eyes watching the bride in all white, sentimental vows to be shared, a sweet union of two. The ceremony couples undergo the vow to one another for life is losing its popularity. And I wonder why, huh? New research reveals new younger generations are more devoted to the success of their professional lives than they are to building a family. Because honestly, there is no real reason to anymore in 2020. Um, and it also doesn't help that a lot of females aren't. They want to get married. They want to have babies at a later age, at a less attractive age, at a age where their value is diminished. And now they're competing against females, basically the younger versions of themselves. That's a problem, and not to mention the sleeping around and bad attitudes, the lack of knowing how to do things, like cook, clean, and just have a good attitude in general. All right. New research reveals the younger generations are more devoted to their success. I just read that. They are building on only 44% of millennials between the ages 23 and 20 or 38 were married in 2019. Only 44%. That's pretty bad. Wow. Marriage rates are plummeting and at the speed rate. Uh, Gosh, I can't talk, man. I can't read apparently. Plummeting at the speedy rate of the decline, it is predicted that about 25% of millennials will never be married. This will be an all-time low according to Pew Research Center. But what about the what about the preceding generation where the oldest members are now reaching their 20 somethings? Are they going to increase the rate of being unwedded? Yes. And I literally just said why, because these females they want to have kids or get married at a later age. Either that or at a young age they all want to have kids or get married with that high percent guy, and that's where they fail because that high percent when every female wants that high percent guy, that high percent guy doesn't have to settle. Uh he doesn't really, you know. And that's where these females mess up, definitely. Alrighty, now let me find my place again. What about the? Okay, I already read that. Generation Z has a hepto getting married, but they don't find it to be a necessity, um, which is honestly true because and don't want to get big daddy government involved. Honestly, that's another reason why marriage is basically going down, and it doesn't help that these freaking laws are in the favor of females, regardless how crappy of a mother they were or how abusive they were to the husband. I've just seen so many articles where abusive moms and they're abusive to the kids and the husband, and somehow they still get custody. Somehow they still get child support. I'm getting so tired of seeing that, man. This is exactly why freaking marriage is going down. And females, you don't see them trying to change laws or anything. They're so they're so quick to hop on a negative bandwagon of shitting on men or destroying men. But when it comes to making things fair, it's like, nah, bruh. We don't want equality. We want an unfair advantage, and this is why it's going down. And just imagine when Harmony freaking comes to the market, the the robot that'll cook and clean and let you smash anytime you want. Then marriage will certainly be tarnished, like gone dead. uh, Now I think about it, I remember seeing an article or a video from Better Bachelor. He was reading an article where basically there was this really handsome guy that was that just I don't remember if he gave up on women or whatnot, but he was handsome, he was buff, he was ripped, and he was basically in a committed relationship with a sex doll, a realistic, lifeless looking doll. We're not talking about that's the downgrade version of Harmony. So imagine when the upgraded version of Harmony is coming out, and you have freaking, like I said, handsome guys, ripped guys that are settling for downgraded versions. So imagine when the upgraded versions are walking around in society. Oh my god, it's over. To be fair, females can get their own male sex bots as well. The only thing is, most likely, only the richest females or will be able to, and not to mention these bots. Uh, I don't know what the male sex bot's name is, but they won't be able to basically, how do I say it, pay bills, pay your bills, and I don't know if they'll be able to protect. So, but we'll see in about a 10, 20, 30 year time span. So basically, when I'm like in my, basically when I'm like 35 to 60, that's crazy. And I'm only freaking 23 right now. Wow. Anyways, back into the actual article. Where was I? This group, the group that grew up watching cultural shifts within gender roles of social equality. One third of those in the target that grew in this household were their parents and had children before they got married, according to Pew. Pew, that's funny. Generation Z is used to unconventional living, which is kind of sad. So their unorthodox views on marriage follow suit. Um, I just feel like marriage has been historically a way to just sell off women and wives, said Salem Banks, kind of, when you look at it. But, and now you're, and now you don't really need to get married unless it's for financial reasons. Other than that, if you're together, then you're together. Exactly, man. Nowadays, marriage is just literally a freaking contract. Uh, Most females, or a lot of them, only want to marry for financial reasons or to get themselves out of debt for getting useless, stupid degrees and getting ran through in college, of course. We all know how it goes. Banks 20 says he could see himself getting married one day, but he doesn't think that That's something he needs to validate his relationship. Exactly, bro. He wants a lifelong partner, but he doesn't need the label. And this is what I was talking about in one of my freaking posts in the community tab, where basically either having multiple girlfriends or a life-term girlfriend uh, is the only way to go, or just staying single, going your own way, or that's it, really. And yeah, man. Where was I? Where was I? Banks20 says he. No, I read that. According to a survey taken among college students in Tallahassee, this is a popular sentiment for most Generation Z. They wanted a lifelong partner, but they don't want to get the government involved, setting their marriage in stone. Exactly like I just said earlier. Uh, once females ever consider changing those freaking laws, all the child support laws, all the divorce laws, and all this other stuff. There's a lot of things that need to be changed and equalized, I should say. Let's see. Let's see. It makes young. Hold on. Can we attribute their fear of the government involvement in the rise of divorce rates? Exactly. Absolutely. About 40 to 50% of married couples in the United States divorce, according to American Psychological Association. That's pretty crazy, man. You have a 40 to 50% chance of getting divorced, getting all your things taken, uh, getting your kids taken, getting financially screwed on a yearly basis, not in a freaking not in a freaking lifetime or whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's mostly because there's so many forces in the world. Mainstream and social media encourages women to be useless thoughts, pass themselves around, wait, wait to get married until the age of, well, basically 30, 28, 35, 40. Shoot, some bitches really be out here waiting until they're 50, 60. Like, you really think you're gonna get a man at that age, especially a good looking one with a lot of money? Nah, man, because he's too busy messing around with all the females who are following uh, the path of feminism. So, yeah, where was I again? I wonder how many times have I said that in this video. It makes young people less secure in the idea of committing to being lasting in marriage. UVA psychology professor Robert Hermes said in magazine, much rise in cohabitation as an alternative to marriage is an actual alternative to divorce. If you never make a commitment, you are never going to get divorced. Exactly. If you never put a ring on that finger, you don't have to potentially risk uh, getting all your things taken away from you and potentially going to jail because you can't afford to pay all these ridiculous payments that this female is entitled to. Gosh, I'm so tired of this entitlement mindset. Meanwhile, we're also living in this strong and independent generation. This women don't need men generation. You know what I mean? I'm so tired of hearing that. And then when it comes to things like divorce, they ask for basically 90% of everything. Come on now. Anyways, I'm ranting. I didn't even say this name, man. Zenzelli. Thomas, 22, views marriage by law as a hindrance because of the risk of divorce. Marriage by laws is relatively unnecessary. Thomas said you lose a lot of benefits. For example, if your children go to school, it may be easier to get financial aid if they only claim one parent. Similarly, if you no longer in good terms with your partner, you must involve the law to be able to separate. Uh, and let's be honest, most of the time, the female gets most of the custody, and the female doesn't pay child support. I can't remember in which country. I'm pretty sure it's like either Britain or Australia or freaking Sydney or something like that, where there's literally 3 to 2% of all women in the whole country that are paying child support. 3 to 2%. Unbelievable. Quality my ass, right? Marriage by law is unnecessary. Thomas said, okay, you lose the benefits, terms with your partner, you must involve, okay. There are cases where partners turn out to be grimy and will intentionally uh, fight to take things of yours that they don't even own exactly. Women, uh, that 100% goes to women from my experience and from what I've seen in all the hundreds of stories, oh, more like thousands. uh, Having children while getting a divorce is so stressful for everyone and can potentially be damaging to the child. These females obviously don't give a shit. Having apprehension about divorce is rational in this climate, considering all the struggles that could possibly come with it, such as financial instability, familial discord, and emotional distress of the children if the couple bore them. The future of marriage is uncertain, but whether it is because of cultural changes or fear of divorce, probably both, honestly, uh, Gen Z may contribute to the drastic fall of marriage rates. Our generation is under the illusion that marriage is an institution of love when it is in fact a business practice, Thomas said. Well said, my boy Thomas. Honestly, he sounds like he's never gonna get married. Shout out to him. But yeah, dude, marriage today is honestly a business contract. And honestly, it always has been. But back in the days, there were benefits to it. We got personalities. We got females who knew how to cook. We got virginity. We got the V cards. Yeah, you can't get that anymore. Only most likely only millionaires, only Chads and Tyrones, only drug dealers are getting the V cards of females. But men who want to marry, men who some of these females give their V card to nice guys or guys who want to marry and stuff, but then they get bored of them and they go down the bad boy rabbit hole, just like a lot of females. And you know how it goes. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this article. And hit that like button, smash that like button like you did your ex. Um, and I'm out this bit. Peace out, guys.